What is up, my Aquarius gang? It is your girl Kia Moore here with another video for you all. If you are not an Aquarius, you are more than welcome to stay. If you're a cross watcher, make sure that you place yourself in the story as you see fit. For all of you viewing, this is a divine message. I don't believe in coincidences. I am your girl that is going to give you the messages straight as they come. Place yourself in the story as you see fit. Do not force anything to fit, okay? Take what resonates, leave what does not, for whoever the hell it does belong to. We are going to start off with some oracle, and then we're going to dive into, of course, some tarot just to gain knowledge on why I'm feeling like there is just a major obsession with you coming from quite a few different areas. I feel like this message is a message that someone specifically just doesn't want you to come across, right? I feel like someone just doesn't want you to really, gain insight on what they really have going on, or what they've been hiding from you, or what they just haven't been upfront about. You guys do have the call of the night coming through. This is completely based on your intuition, just knowing that someone isn't keeping it a buck. We'll start there. Like, just knowing that, someone isn't being completely honest about a situation, or just how they're feeling in the connection that you guys are in. It's just something that this person has been hiding, whether it's something personal or something that they've been, of course, dealing with, or someone else. But either way, I just feel like a lot of you are very intuitive to know that something is just off here. Now, you do need some more excitement. I tell you guys all the time, as an Aquarius, we need adventure, right? We need something that really boosts us and gets us going, something that pumps us up. It's very difficult for us to stay involved in a situation that is boring and draining, right? Nobody wants to be in any type of draining energy. So I definitely feel like you're wanting more from a person here. It would be nice for someone to show you more of a good time, rather than, make it about them all the time. I feel like there's been quite a few, disappointing arguments taking place based on the fact that you are just wanting something else involved in this relationship. And it's not that you don't want this relationship, you're just wanting this relationship to be better. Now, I do feel that someone is going through their own personal matters, right? And it almost feels, again, like they're wanting you to boost them up. But I feel like that's something you already naturally do. I feel like you've given this person a lot of credit and acknowledgement, and they don't know what to do with it. So it does kind of feel like you're like, okay, you know what? New route, new direction. This is how I'm going to handle it for me. Now, we do have discipline coming through. Many of you definitely need to get on your shit. As you know, if you've been here before, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I say it all the time. You need to have more discipline, especially when it comes down to doing all of the things that you want to do. Why are we not doing the things we want to do? Why are we putting ourselves on hold to accommodate other people? So Spirit is saying, hey, consistency is key. Practice is going to be key. If you want to be better at something, you have to put your foot, your foot forward. You have to take that step. Taking a risk is definitely important for you right now. I feel like a lot of you are going to accomplish a lot of amazing things. Definitely a new lifestyle based off of just putting yourself first, and actually going hard in a different direction, like seeing yourself in that space and taking action. Discipline, super important. This is someone who is really practicing being that higher version of themselves. Now, we do have enduring loyalty, eternal love, and a lasting commitment. I want to say that a relationship here was just draining. You were feeling held back by somebody. And again, this is that one thing that they don't want you to know, is that they actually were depending on you a lot more than they've ever depended on anybody else. And I think coming from this person, someone definitely having a very large ego, they kind of portrayed themselves to be a lot more, about it than they are. And you being in a relationship with this person, or just being around this person, it's hard for them to hide that their shit's not actually together. I just think that this person wasn't really ready to expose that part of the card, if that makes sense. So it's like, being that they're in the position that they're in, not really having everything that they portray to have, or having their shit together, they're thinking that you're judging them instead of wanting to, of course, help them. And I don't feel like many of you are judging this person. I just think had they kept it a buck with you, you guys would have been able to, of course, get through certain situations differently. But being that, they either lied, or, I definitely feel like this person just lied about just a lot of different things, and you finding out the truth was something they never really wanted you to find out. They are used to gravitating people toward them by pretending, and you're a realist, right? It's like, we can work through things together if I know the truth. And the fact that I didn't know, now I'm just like, well, what the fuck else don't I know, right? But I do feel like someone is looking to be a lot more vulnerable in this space. Many of you have resurrection coming through, recovery and comeback. Now, this is specific to those of you who are, you know, like, I'm never going to spin the block again. I'll be honest. Like, this is a person who's like, look, you know, you've hurt me once, you won't get to hurt me twice. I really have to get my shit together because I'll never let anybody put me in that position again. I feel like a lot of you feel like you've lost a lot being in a situation, or you've lost yourself being in a situation, or a relationship. And it does feel like your comeback is major. Your comeback is major in general because you are the creator. Okay, this is, you know, becoming a mother, becoming a father, just the maker in general. I feel like for, you know, those of you that are parents, you're able to now give your, you know, your children a lifestyle that you've always imagined giving them, because you've been disciplined and you've been in this position of being able to really be consistent, so you gain more as far as prosperity and abundance. So this is you really working hard to fulfill a certain lifestyle, taking business seriously, a business flourishing, because you decided to take the risk and actually put more time and effort into this business that you've created. Now, I'ma just flat out say this. You are really capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do. I do feel like, you know, many of you have lost sleep because you've been trying to figure out, okay, if I do this, is it going to hinder me from really being able to, you know, accept certain things? Some of you are just nervous to, you know, leave that 9 to 5, you know, in order to really get involved in what it is that you want to do. But everything works out. Spirit is saying, hey, take the leap of faith and allow me to guide you through this process, because you're not alone going through this process. Now, we do have the Page of Rods coming through, as well as the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Someone being very, very jealous, and again, a little bit obsessive with how you are as a person. Someone is constantly mimicking, I think, just your entire being. It does feel very odd. I feel like someone has someone around them that just is not authentic, and you start to notice that things are getting a little weird with someone. You know what I'm saying? You start to notice that someone is trying to kind of like interfere. And this, the example that I have for this that's coming up is like, you share good news, or you have like a great idea, and someone tries to have a better idea than you. It's like, why can we not just celebrate me? You know what I mean? But I think there's so much to be celebrated on behalf of just what you come with. Again, we do have the moon coming through for the second time. Your intuition, if you feel like shit is weird, do not, second guess yourself, because shit is weird. There's a lot of mystery messages being, you know, presented at this time. Someone definitely, you know, curating a plan behind your back. And I definitely feel like someone is taking on, or looking to take on, a lot of the, how do I want to put it? You come with the ideas, and someone is wanting to, of course, take on the responsibilities based off of your idea, right? Like, this person is just taking on a lot of what you've created and making it their own, or wanting people to think that this was all them. It does feel like you have to pull back from this, because it just feels like a very toxic situation. Now, when it comes to that, I think, you know, being by yourself and being solo during your creative time is important, because there's no one to say that they implemented any type of, you know, idea or action on your plan. But I do feel like many of you are strong enough to be like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm about. This is who I am. Don't play with me. Now, the regret that comes with a person here, protection, shield, bad dreams. I do feel like someone has been dreaming about you a lot lately. There's someone that is constantly, you know, having you on their mind, and this is a person who feels like they may have another shot. Okay, we do have the 5 of Rods coming through. Whoever this was, you guys were definitely very vocal with each other as far as arguing. Like, it was always like a debate, you know what I'm saying? A debate about, you know, if this is a real situation, a debate about, you know, who's giving each other more time, a debate about who's making shit happen more. It was just always very, very, like, it was a lot going on. I want to say that you've given up on that opportunity because you have so much coming towards you, Aquarius. It's like, hold on, hold the fuck up. Someone just doesn't want you to move on. Thank you. But you do. The Chariot coming out. Someone doesn't want you to move on. There's the energy of a person here who is just like, you know what? I haven't been honest because I'm not used to being honest. Right? And to you, that's no excuse because you've given someone or a couple of different people the opportunity to be so upfront with you that it almost hurts you to know that they couldn't be upfront with you based off of how much space and opportunity you were giving them to be, you know, real with you, right? It almost feels like they just can't be trusted. And so the reason it hurts is because I definitely feel like you care for a person, or you at least cared. We have the Knight of Swords coming out. It did come out sideways. This is telling me that, you know, a lot of you have given thought to giving someone a second opportunity, but it does feel like things are kind of stagnant. It feels like a lot of you are fading out of, you know, worrying about a situation or a connection and just more so worrying about yourself, because it is very hard to trust during this time. It's very hard to trust that someone is going to be as delicate with you as you are with yourself. And so with the Hangman following pursuit, this is someone seeing you from a different perspective, but also you changing your perspective about yourself. This is you getting back into this space of like, I know what I can do. You have all the tools that you need sitting right in front of you. When you look in the mirror, you are the tool needed in order to push through and make things happen. So finding yourself again is super important during this time, Aquarius, because a lot of you did lose yourself recently. A lot of you, you know, it's not that you don't know that you're the shit, and it's not that you don't know what you're capable of, but I just feel like we get so emotionally involved and attached to certain things and people that we tend to forget how much we really still need to push forward with the energy that we started with. And so we start to slow down a little bit, and that slowing down really can put us in a very odd space. So I do feel like with the Temperance, you know, with the Temperance, there's no limitation. There's no reason why you shouldn't be where you want to be. There's no reason why you shouldn't succeed and have all that you want to have. The Four of Pentacles following through and you being, again, abundant and curating, I mean, a lifestyle that only one can dream of. So it does feel like a lot of you are saying, hey, I've been having something on my mind for a really long time. Let me go ahead and actually see what happens when I really dedicate myself to this. You know what I'm saying? All in all, I will say that you guys are going to make it out of whatever tough situation you've been in. A lot of you are going to find that, you know, this separation or this pullback is what you needed all along in order to really dive a lot deeper into a situation. I feel like recently a lot of you had to let something go that was very, very hard. A lot of you had to do something that you just did not want to do because it just felt wrong, right? But at the end of the day, it was the best decision that needed to be made for you. I feel like, you know, the support does show up, and I feel like some of you have, you know, someone who really does support you, but it was still a major decision that needed to be process for yourself. Whatever that situation was, I feel like you can let that go. Spirit is saying, I understand why you made the decision that you made, and this is why I'm going to reward you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think. I think keeping certain things to yourself is still important. I want to say that the fight, I'm hearing it was a good fight, right? Spirit just has so much in order for you. And I don't know, again, these dreams that you're having, for some of you, you are having very vivid dreams. We do have the Two of Pentacles showing through in balance, partnership, and multitasking. So a connection gets better here. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of you are in this space of feeling like, you know, there is the potential for things to be better. The Two of Pentacles is a card of balance and conflicting interests. You may be getting pulled in multiple directions, trying to manage your career, relationships, family, and health, okay? All at the same time. Learn to prioritize things for a healthier outcome. So again, losing sleep is no longer an option. A lot of you need to get back into the gym. A lot of you need to be thinking about, you know, new meal plans. Some of you meal prepping. I do feel like a lot of you are juicing, but it does feel like a lot of you, I just see someone running in the park, right? This is someone taking time to be a lot more connected with nature and grounding self, really tapping into the more spiritual side of things, so that way you feel elevated and uplifted internally, right? You have the Knight of Pentacles showing up in practicality, steadfastness, and routine. The Knight of Pentacles is patient, methodical, and hardworking. Trustworthiness, reliability, and routine work are required from you right now. The work may seem dull, but they will pay off eventually. You must see all tasks through in the end. This is solidifying the energy that I gave you in the beginning. If you actually take the risk, you are going to see a much bigger outcome. You are destined to be in the position that you dream of. And I think that things will start off slow, you know what I'm saying? But as you start to continue being, again, consistent in this space, and you start literally just being that version of yourself, you will notice things change. You will notice the numbers go up. You will notice your bank account being a lot more full. You will notice your energy change, the people around you changing. You just start to align with so much more. Now, Six of Wands energy comes in triumph, public recognition, and success. So for those of you with small businesses, I want to say that your community starts to grow. This isn't something that you should worry about. If you are a person who doesn't necessarily have a business started, starting the business and creating the plan is definitely important for you right now, because it's something from, you know, that starts now, but within the next 6 months to a year will grow to be much bigger than only you can imagine. So after a tough battle, you have come out on top and are very publicly being very publicly recognized for it. This is a great motivational booster for you to keep continuing what you are doing. However, remember not to let it get to your head and turn into arrogance. So again, Spirit is like, I'm gonna reward you, and I'm gonna make sure that, you know, people understand exactly who you are and what you come with, the gift that you possess. But I don't want you to turn this into something where it causes you to be different. I don't want you to be so big-headed that you forget where you started or where you came from. A lot of you are going to do magical things. A lot of you are going to be placed in position to really help, you know, those that really need the help from a person like you. You just already have the voice and the ability to shift people into a different light and different gear. And we do have the Justice card coming out. Many of you, I am showing a lot of Scorpio, Taurus. I do have Aries, I do have Gemini, and we do have Libra energy showing up, as well as Aquarius. If those are the signs that you're involved with or in your chart, awesome. Just keep those in mind. But I will say, at the end of the day, you do come out on top, as Spirit has said. So this has everything to do with ignoring the jealousy, the envy, the lack of accountability, the lack of availability, right? This is about putting yourself in position to win and taking a risk. Now, this person that is obsessed with you definitely has a lot to learn. This person that you're involved with definitely has a lot to learn, but I do feel like a conversation is getting ready to, of course, be seeped out of you. Someone wanting to really just spill all of their emotions, someone ready to really let you know where they stand with themselves and where they would like for things to be. If you are someone who's looking to be in a relationship, I do feel like, you know, this person is looking to really have you on their team and not make it like you're the enemy, right? Because I feel like in many cases that is the case. But finding out the truth about a situation or someone's situation is definitely important. We do have break free coming through, and as you leave a situation, again, you're able to celebrate your wins. Someone was definitely holding you back, but I definitely feel like you're breaking free from just the idea of what you thought something should have been, just being a lot more authentic, a lot more free will, and allowing yourself to not be chained to a specific idea or a person. This shit is all over the place with Aquarius right now. It really is. We have miracles showing up as well for you. you guys are just getting ready to experience a lot during this time. And we also have choice. So whatever choice you decide to, of course, take or choose is definitely the right choice. Spirit is ending this off saying, hey, you're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you are going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone else's input, and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. This is now. The time is now. So no more procrastination, Aquarius. If you want something bad enough, it's already in position and waiting on you. You just have to go grab it, which is why I say consistency is going to be key, because you're ultimately the person who's going to push you further into that space. But you have to be patient with yourself and understand your worth. These cards are amazing. Spirit is showing up with, the most aligned energy possible. You're gonna see lots of frequencies taking place, or just lots of patterns. 111 to 12. It's gonna be 10 10, 11 11, of course your average numbers, but I do see like 707. It's gonna be a lot of things that do strike your attention to gain your attention, so that way you're understanding you are on the right path. I feel this energy too. I feel like there is no way that we can be stopped. I feel like we are just always able to, of course, make things happen. People are going to be mad about our progress, but who gives a damn, right? If you are looking to get a personal reading with me, yes, I am available. I had quite a few of you reach out over the weekend, and we kind of just had a lot going on in the sense of that $80 hour versus the $50 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to push that through the rest of this week. We have until Friday, and then we go back to my normal set prices. From time to time, I like to do just a little fun, flash read, flash sale. So if you want to get in for a personal reading, feel free to take on the opportunity of doing the hour reading for the 80. Of course, the hour we're able to gain more knowledge and clarity in many different areas. 30 minutes is always cool too, because it gives us an opportunity to, dive into something and kind of see where things are at. But I do love you all. I want to say thank you for, again, just becoming a part of the family. If anything is, of course, to resonate, go ahead and leave a comment. I do read the comments from time to time. If you aren't following my Instagram, make sure you guys are following my Instagram. To book, you will have to book through my Instagram or my email, which will be listed in the description box below, as well as on the screen here below. Your ending angel energy is great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others. So what Spirit is saying, hey, don't let things linger. Don't let that bother you. Don't let that situation be the reason why you don't pursue your dreams and your opportunities. Be aware that you are capable of having whatever it is that you definitely desire, and amazing things are getting ready to surface, so that way you can, of course, live a lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. I really truly feel like lifestyle changes are happening for you right now, as well as career changes. There is a major shift in just what you receive during this time. So do not put yourself in position to be limited. You're not stuck where you are. You don't have to stay where you are, right? And a lot of you are gaining just a new address, whether that's a new address again to an actual location or a new building as far as work is concerned. I'm excited for you all. I'm definitely excited for you all, and I can't wait to hear and see what it is that you guys have going on. I also can't wait to meet those of you that are going to, of course, be the divine to connect with me through personal reads. You guys are amazing, and I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next video.